Hey everybody, it's me again. We're gonna review this movie, which is really good. Again, if you haven't seen it, spoilers. Here we go. Okay, so first I want to start off with the zombie variants. Again, spoilers. They were amazing, and I thought they were very well done. There were two specific ones I remember. Are these really big, disgusting, fat, crawling ones that they pick up like the shoelace or like a worm and they just start munching. They start going crazy on it. They start doing tricks on it. They crawl really slow, like on the floor, and it's really creepy and weird. It felt kind of British, I guess, the way it was filmed, kind of like in a black comedy way. I feel like if you saw it, you'd get what I mean. Now, we're on to the third one. The Apex Zombies. These guys were crazy, I think there was one. This guy was fucking insane. When he gets first introduced, it is like the most fucking... You'd really have to be there to see it. There are some things I'm just not going to spoil because it's that good and that jarring. Now we're on to the rest of the movie. It also had this beautiful message in the movie that I wasn't expecting at all, but ended up loving like crazy. It's pretty much people from afar are going to seem insane or crazy, pretty much. But once you get to know them, they don't seem as crazy as you once thought that they were. It's obviously a lot more complex than that. But it's a really beautiful message, especially in, it's going to sound kind of cheesy, a nation where we're really divided and all that. We're all kind of at each other's throats right now, which is really a shame because we should be uniting against a common enemy. I'll get this part out of the way real fast. Shot on iPhone, I couldn't tell. I really don't care. But it was shot very well, and the composition was very good, and it made me very happy, and I liked that a lot. It was just a joy to watch. If you're going to see it, this is one of those movies that you kind of got to see in like a theater. It's one of those things. For example, Avatar is a theater movie. Captain Underpants, not really a theater movie, but you'll just get more out of it if you see it in the theater, is what I mean. Or if you got like a really big TV or home theater, that works too. But don't watch it on your phone or something, dude. Don't do that. It was made with an iPhone. That doesn't mean you get to watch it with an iPhone, you fucking weirdo. Alright, onto the soundtrack. It was perfect. I loved all the music so much. It made me really happy. They used Boots, I think, twice. They made great work of it, especially kind of just to show like how anxiety-driven this whole world is, how everybody, including you, are going to be on the edge of your seat during this movie. And I think that was done really effectively, yeah. It's just not only a good poem, but the way it was presented was very well. Was very well. No, it was very good, and I quite enjoyed it. Alright, on to the part that confused me a bit, and I'm not entirely sure where that went, but maybe I'm just stupid. I'm kidding, I'm not stupid, I'm very smart. There's this one part where the mom beat this fat zombie to death, and it was a bit confusing as to why that happened. Maybe it was to show like her dementia with like her cancer was fucking up like how she worked in the brain area. I'm not entirely sure how the science of that works, so I could just be wrong, but I was a bit confused as to where that was going. It could be a thing about how like paternally you can sense when something's going to happen to your kid and you want to keep him safe, but I'm not entirely sure. Tell me in the comments below what you think. Alright, on to the actual negatives. So first negative was, since I saw this in a theater, there weren't any captions. And the person I was with isn't as tuned to Scottish and British words and letters and languages and shit as I am. So it was a bit harder for them to understand what was going on. Not too big of a deal, but if you're ever going to watch this, put on the subtitles. 2, especially during the beginning of the movie, there's a lot of the kills have this really strange camera thing where like the arrow would go here and go and then the camera would go wah, wah, and that kind of disoriented my friend that I was watching the movie with. For me, since I have Tourette's and it was acting up a lot during this, it gave me some time to breathe. I didn't mind it too much, but I can see how it can definitely be disorienting for people. Okay, on to my only actual, like, what the fuck is this negative in the entire movie. During the gas station scene, that whole thing was a bit strange. There's this, like, blue smoke effect, and it doesn't look very good, like, at all. You can tell it's kind of CG. There's a lot of moments in the movie where they use CG. I couldn't tell. I'm sure in a few years, we'll be able to. But this specifically already was like, what the fuck? Huh? What? Like, what am I looking at? But honestly, that's just like one part of the movie. It really isn't that big a deal. Another thing, I might have just missed this, but during the gas station scene, when the guy shoots the bullet into the gas station and everything explodes, I didn't see if it might have not even been there. Spike and his mom took cover from the explosion. I didn't see if that happened or not. So I think it was probably in the movie, but I didn't see it. So I could be wrong about whether or not this is like an error in like composition or whatever, but it's really not that big a deal. Okay, we're gonna go from easy to hard. The penises. I didn't really mind them too much. I think it's like male nudity. People just aren't used to it in movies. It added to the tension of a lot of scenes, honestly. Or not the tension, but like the insane aura that was going on. Like, especially in the Apex zombie scene, where he's first introduced. It added to the, what the fuck? Oh my god, what, oh, whoa, what? Like, the overstimulating nature of that scene was perfect, and I loved it. I think the male nudity added to the feralness of the zombies as well. There was also female nudity, of course, but people were talking a lot more about the penises. I think people just aren't used to male nudity, like I said before. It's a thing in our culture. It's one of those, it's fine. Who cares? It's just a penis. Grow up, bitch. Second, the kind of, I don't want to call it, like, false advertising, because that's not what it is. The movie went off into a bit of a different direction than I was expecting, and that a lot of the ads pointed towards. I don't mind that at all, because the direction it went in was beautiful and amazing, and made me cry twice, once in the theater, once out of the theater. But it did feel a bit weird, like, wait, what? Oh, I guess we're doing this? Okay. I didn't mind it too much, yeah. But some people I know were going in expecting just, like, the whole movie to be the dude and his kid running around killing zombies. Well, it would have been cool. I think what we got is a lot more special and heartfelt. Okay, on to the ending part, which I know a lot of people are like, what's going on there? What? Don't worry. I'm here to explain it all for you. Trust me. Now, I didn't mind the ending at all. I thought it was a really cool, not just a break from all the kind of stuff, but also almost like the director said, I believe in an interview, he said it's a uniquely Clockwork Orange kind of feel to it. And I'd have to agree with that. So a lot of people were also really confused about what the ending meant and what it was all about, so I'm here to explain this to you. Don't even worry, bro. The Jimmy that we see at the end of the movie is the kid from the beginning with the upside-down cross, which, by the way, bad omen. Very bad omen. The Jimmy that we see in the movie is heavily inspired by the real-life Jimmy. He was this television superstar, pretty much, in the UK, who, after his death, people found out he liked kids a bit too much, I believe, is what happened. So I think what the ending is setting up is that despite Spike thinking that these guys, they're totally cool, and they beat zombies to death to the tune of the Teletubbies with the speed metal, they're not only a bad influence on him, they might, like, do terrible things to him, and will definitely set him on a rocky road going forward. I also feel like the ending was kind of a, hey, I know there wasn't a lot of zombie killing in this movie, I got you, from the director almost. Which is, like, totally Chad, by the way. I love that so much. He's such a cool guy. I love him. I just want to give him a big old hug after seeing that movie. I know that the ending was still pretty jarring and kind of out there. But I feel like the whole movie was almost as jarring as the ending. This one just kind of, as they say in Spinal Tap, I'm going to say the thing, they turned it up to 11. And they did it kind of fast, so I can see why some people were taken aback or almost like taken out of the experience, because the whole movie was a slow turning of that dial until like the very end, where it went completely insane, pretty much. But not in a bad way. That is my review of 28 Years Later. You should go watch it, even though I pretty much spoiled the whole thing. You should really go watch it. There is this one part that is just, it's filmed so fucking well, where he's climbing up this podium, and he's putting this skull on it, and he's talking to it. Oh my god. Just go watch it. It is so good. Even if you haven't seen the previous 28 Days and Months movies, or not months, weeks movies, I think you'll be able to get into this one without any issue. And it will probably, if anything, inspire you to go watch the other old ones. This one was very good. And I am excited, but also a bit nervous. I really don't want them to mess up the Bone Temple, because they've set up something really, really, really good here. I don't want it to be like a Last Jedi situation where they make something cool and unique, and then the next one, episode 9, is like, I'm sorry we did something cool and original, we won't do that ever again, we swear. And then nobody liked it. Because it sucks when you make an apology movie. Don't you dare make an apology movie. I'll see you later. Subscribe. Leave your thoughts on the movie in the comment section below, and like the video. Also, I love you all very much, and you are valid. I love you. Goodbye.